and welcome to the beautiful Brianna's Restaurant located in Palatine, Illinois. Brianna's Restaurant is the first of many restaurant ventures for the Italian Cafe. You lost money in a slot machine before, right? Well, of course you have. Well, now's your chance to get some of it back by investing with the Italian Cafe. If you're a slot player, that electronic sound is music to your ears, but unfortunately, the house always wins. If you operate slot machines, you already know that's money in your bank. The state of Illinois has made it legal for an establishment that serves liquor to operate up to 5 slot machines in areas that have approved the use of the machines. As a result of the profitability of the slot machines, many successful restaurant and bar owners would like to expand the number of establishments they own, but their expansion desires are limited by capital. And this is where the Italian Cafe solves that problem. How profitable are the slot machines, you ask? According to the Illinois Gaming Board's video gaming report for March 2016, over $1.2 billion was played in March alone. There were 5,351 licensed establishments housing a total of 22,815 video gaming machines, and the total profit on those machines was over $98 million. That was an average profit of over $18,000 per establishment, but many establishments saw profits of $50,000 to $80,000 in March. The profits are split 25% to the state, 5% to the city, 35% to the slot machine owners, and 35% to the establishment where the slot machines are operated. The Italian Cafe LLC is an Illinois Series limited liability company. That means the Italian Cafe LLC can file a form with the Illinois Secretary of State to designate a series. The Italian Cafe LLC and each of its designated series are separate operations with separate operating agreements, numbers, tax ID numbers, and tax returns. The assets and liabilities of the Italian Cafe LLC and each designated series are also separate. The assets and liabilities of the Italian Cafe LLC and each designated series are separate. This is important because creditors of a particular series cannot collect from the owners, called members of that series, the members of the Italian Cafe LLC, or members of any other series. The creditors of one series cannot collect assets from the Italian Cafe LLC or the assets of any other series. Each series operates as the sole entity. First, each series will locate a property suitable for a restaurant and bar operation in an approved area for the video gaming machines. The series, along with a prospective restaurant and bar operator, will analyze the demographics of the location looking for the high household incomes and populations. The ideal location will have good foot traffic, good visibility, and signage on roads with high volume traffic. The series will determine the cost to build out or remodel and equip a restaurant and bar in the property suitable for the restaurant and bar owner to operate. The series will negotiate a reasonable lease on the property with the property owner. The lease will be for a term exceeding 10 years, preferably 5 years, with 2 5-year options, and will include a right to sublease the property to the restaurant and bar owners from time to time without consent. Second, before executing the lease, the Italian Cafe will negotiate a sublease with the restaurant and bar operator, which will require the tenant to pay a fixed space rent sufficient enough to cover the series rent or acquisition payments and the repayment of the building or remodeling funds, advanced by the Italian Cafe LLC to the series over 10 years with interest and make a profit. The lease will also include a percentage rent provision providing for percentage rent on gross food and beverage sales of a percentage which is contemplated to provide the series with 50% of the anticipated food and beverage net income of the restaurant operation. The lease percentage rent provision will also require percentage rent of 50% of all other income, such as the income generated by the establishment from the 5 video gaming machines. Third, upon signing the lease and sublease, the restaurant and bar operator tenant will apply for its business license, liquor license, and gaming license. The Italian Cafe LLC series will borrow the funds necessary to build out, remodel, and equip the restaurant and bar from the Italian Cafe LLC and repay the funds with 10% interest over 10 years with equal monthly payments of principal and interest. Upon completion of the build-out or remodeling with the establishment equipped and the tenant licensed, the establishment will open for business. With this structure, the restaurant operator is able to lease and run a restaurant operation without having to expend a large amount of money to build out the restaurant. The restaurant operator will only need the cost of its specialized equipment, food, security deposit, and initial marketing and operating costs to open the restaurant. The restaurant operator will pay the Italian Cafe LLC series as landlord through the lease 50% of the net income from food and beverage operation and 50% of the establishment's video gaming machine profit. The restaurant operator will keep the other 50% of the food and beverage net income and 50% of the establishment video gaming machine profit. The restaurant operator is responsible for obtaining and maintaining the business license, liquor license, and gaming license. The Italian Cafe LLC series is a landlord and, in that capacity, is not responsible for the restaurant operation. The Italian Cafe LLC Series C leased this 5,100 square foot restaurant and bar property in Palatine, Illinois for $5,000 per month and percentage rent of 10% on all gross sales in excess of $50,000 per month. The property had been used by 2 restaurant and bar operators over a period of the last 15 years as an Italian restaurant. Series C remodeled the existing restaurant and bar and purchased the equipment, as well as leased the space to Luigi's Food and Pizza LLC to operate an Italian restaurant in the property. Luigi's Food and Pizza LLC was not successful in this location. Series C terminated the Luigi's lease, changed the concept, and re-leased the property to Brianna's. Series C receives a base rent of $7,500 per month and a percentage rent of 15% of all food and beverage gross sales in excess of $50,000 each month, and 50% all other gross monthly income, such as video gaming machine profit, received by Brianna's. Pursuant to the lease with Brianna's, Brianna may not remove any of the existing equipment or any equipment it brings onto the premises during the life of the lease. The total lease term, including 2 5-year options, is more than 13 years. Brianna's shareholders currently operate 2 other similar restaurants and are interested in adding more restaurants to their portfolio. Brianna's has opened the restaurant and is operating profitably. Brianna's has a built-out bar and expects to apply for a liquor license and gaming license upon Palatine's approval of video gaming. The other Italian Cafe series are in the process of acquiring restaurant establishments in areas where video gaming had been approved and negotiating with experienced restaurant operator subtenants. The Italian Cafe LLC intends to sell a maximum of $500 $2,000 bonds, totaling $1 million. These bonds will bear interest at 8% per annum with 120 equal payments of principal and interest fully amortizing the $2,000 over 10 years. The bonds may be prepaid at any time. In the event each establishment conservatively generates only $5,000 per month, $2,500 from the base rent, and only $2,500 from the percentage rent, including the video gaming machine profit, the total income from all the series would be $40,000 per month. The total monthly payment for 1 million debentures at 8% interest amortized over 10 years is $12,132.76 per month. The total monthly payment for the $500,000 debentures at 8% interest amortized over 10 years is $6,066.38 per month. Thank you so much for watching. We hope that you decide to join us where you can earn 8% return from food, slots, and spirits.